Since the dawn of time, the practice known as magic has captivated audiences. Early artifacts indicate that magic is probably the oldest form of entertainment, a practice which was spread from generation to generation in hopes of entertaining audiences. But not everyone agrees on the true value of magic.
I think it's great. I went through phases of believing and not believing it. But I think what they do, the purpose of the whole idea, I think it's a great thing. I mean, I like watching the shows like David Copperfield, David Blaine.
I'm a chemist by skill, and to me, magicians seem like alchemists. It just seems like some of it a hoax that's putting over on people, and there must be some talent there, and but I'm not into it.
It's okay, I guess. I mean, what I don't like about it is the magicians are hiding something, and I don't know what it is. And I can't figure it out, and they won't tell you. So it kind of frustrates me.
Without magic, this world would be a pretty boring place.
After high school, graduated, I really had a downward spiral with my life. Started drinking a little bit, Couldn't hold a job. I was living on the street for a while, and I ran into a bum, actually, a performing magician who had no money. He lived in an alleyway, but he was happy, That really just drove me to change the direction of my life, and I knew that maybe I could make a career out of it if I was dedicated enough. And, when I go to bed, I dream about magic.
What drives a person to want to perform magic? Is it the love of the performing arts? Or perhaps it's low self-esteem? The only way to truly know is to ask magicians themselves.
What I like about magic is the mysticism is still here, that people still enjoy, not knowing what to expect when they go to a magic show. But I don't like the Chris Angel type magicians with their fancy leather outfits and they're just ridiculous. It's all about their name and their show. They're all these Vegas stage acts, Siegfried and Roy, their little tigers. I mean, this isn't magic, this is just a show.
I really like the power of magic, the power it has over people, the power it has to influence decisions, to change people's perceptions. It really is conjuring up dark and evil spirits to assist you in your magical acts. My favorite type of magic is endurance, for it pushes the body to the limits that no other form has. When I saw David Blaine perform some of his endurance feats, it has really inspired me to further pursue torturing myself in my act.
My favorite magician would have to be David Copperfield. He was the first magician I saw, and I just thought he was amazing. He made the Statue of Liberty disappear. That's such a huge object to make disappear that it just blew my mind. I knew that's what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. From that point on, I would go to magic shops and buy tricks and just spend all my time performing magic. I don't perform magic for adults, I perform magic for children because they're the ones who really love magic. There's no other art form that brings so much joy to children and just amazes them. And I work hard for this. I'm an artist. I practice my tricks all the time.
I was born into a long line of magicians. So my father and his brother were both magicians. His brother was not so good though. But he taught me all of his tricks, and I learned from a very young age how to wow the audience. We met down in the Mission Valley, San Diego area. I was performing a small show. I was sitting by the bar, actually feeling down because I thought it was an off night. And sure enough, she walked up to me and asked me out, which is something you'll find if you become a magician happens quite a bit.
There's no way I would be dating him if he was not a magician.
The influence of magic can be seen in other forms of entertainment as well, such as music and dance.
Well, I'm currently the executive director of the Northern Colorado Magic Dance Company. We have been devoted to providing Magic Dance Company classes to our community for the past 26 years. Our founder started out as a magician's assistant who was also a dancer. Her love of both of those things, her passion for both, really inspired her to create the Magic Dance Company here in Northern Colorado. And in the beginning, we actually tried to do individual classes, one magic curriculum and then a dance curriculum. And we found that that wasn't quite as awe-inspiring as what we had wanted it to be, so we decided to combine the two, and we have just exploded ever since. We have 17 instructors on staff. Each one of them has been individually trained in our specific curriculum. Many of them come to us from a magic or a dance background, and we do have a specific curriculum designed by our founder that is 6 months long, and we teach them our way of doing this program. We are the only one of its kind in the world, and therefore we pride ourselves on our individual instruction of even our instructors.
I've always been a big fan of magic and music. So one day I was sitting around with my girlfriend and she suggested that I should combine my two loves, and that is how Alakazam was formed. We're not really too good at either one. We're not really too good at magic. We're not really too good at music. But we combine the two into a really amazing experience.
Magic has even started to trickle down into the youth culture, with children as young as 3 engaged in feats of illusion. But what draws these youngsters to magic? Is it the hope of fame and fortune? Or perhaps it's the power that magicians seem to possess? Perhaps we will never know why magic attracts so many people, but one thing is certain, magic is here to stay.